Hello and have a nice day everyone. So today we will present to you our case study about foundation failure in Malaysia. But first, let me introduce our group member, which is Nurhadizah, HAYUNI ATIKA, NORASWANI and me, NURSAKINAH. What is foundation failure? Foundation failure is when it can no longer support the full weight of building due to the excessive soil movement and settlement. In such cases, the building may sink or may collapse altogether due to the insufficient bearing capacity. Many foundations fail simply because of an incorrect assessment of soil condition that exists on the site. In some cases, the building was built on marginal land due to the lack of suitable land. So, in this case study, we will review 3 sources of reference of foundation failure in Malaysia to analyze what the cause of foundation failure and what are the solution or technique proposed to fix, to improve or to prevent it from happening again in the future.
For our case study 1, placed at Jalan Segambar Damai, which is major road in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. It is being expanded from a 2-lane to a 4-lane road leading to Segambar Dalam and Mont Kiara. The project was expected to complete in January 2013, but in 2016, there are 2 workers buried in 6 meters mud of construction site at Jalan Segambar Dalam. This is happened because of the foundation failure. What the foundation failure? Because of the excessive water in soil. It is stated that the strength of the foundation will weaken by the water from rainfall trap in the soil layer beneath the structure. So, what is the causes of foundation failure? First, soil below the foundation is too wet that might cause huge problems with the foundation. That is because when the soil is saturated with too much water, it swells and expands. This stresses the foundation upward and leading to cracks in the floor, walls, ceiling, and along the other things. Due to the extreme upward movement, the floors may begin to slant. However, we are still got to overcome the problem with provide installation support. There are 2 types of support system, such as underpinning and piling.
My part is case study review 2, which is the location that I choose in Highland Tower. If you all don't know, the Highland Tower collapse occurred on 11 December 1993, which means 28 years ago, in Taman Hillview, Ulu Kelang, Selangor, Malaysia. The collapse of Block 1 resulted in 48 deaths. One of them was still alive, as known Nakajima, but died in hospital due to the injuries. Type of foundation failure. There is a 4 type of foundation failure at Highland Tower, which is landslide that leading the building collapse, design error, improper soil bearing test, and failure to design and integrate retaining wall. Causes of foundation failure at Highland Tower is due to the tree and land covering plant on the hill. The soil becomes susceptible and erosion. Soil erosion and landslide led to the eventual destabilization of Block 1 foundation. It started before the construction of Highland Tower when water was diverted from a local stream called East Creek bypassed the building site. However, the piping was not strong enough to contain the extra water. Minor debris, sand and sleet from broke the cracks in the building site. So, to overcome the problem, there's a 2 methods to overcome the problem, which is investigate in descent of finding a mud flow prior to disaster, and quality of design, construction, and maintenance must meet the specification.
For the next one is case study review number 3, which is the street regency retaining wall failure that located at 2 Persiaran Tanjung Bunga 3, 11,200 Tanjung Bunga, Penang. The failure of this retaining wall is due to global stability and not local stability of the design. Most time during submission, many concealers forget about the global stability, which have around 5 criteria to be fulfilled. From this photo, the slippage of reinforcement is due to slip circle. In this case, the initial breaches would be the best or foundation for the type of retaining, which is likely to be a shallow foundation. The design most likely only consider the overburden and rely the strength of anchor to withstand lateral load. The condominium was built in the years 2006. The high-rise condominium has 26 floors. The total condominium units are 104 units, with only 4 units per floor. The condominium is strategically located and easily accessible. Okay, for the type of foundation failure is shallow foundation, which is wrong foundation selection. Spread footing is a shallow foundation, has a wider bottom portion as compared to the load-bearing foundation walls and support. The wider bottom portion spread the width of the structure over more area to achieve more stability. Okay, the next one is cause of foundation failure. Shallow foundation are usually located less than 6 feet below the lowest finishes floor of the structure. These are the most commonly used foundation system for small residential and wood structure. This causes type of foundation to be unsuitable for that type of construction because it has a very large load. The last one is needed to overcome the problem, which is experienced operation and maintenance team may control foundation damage during building occupancy, and selection of architects and engineers who are really experienced and highly knowledgeable only.
As you can see here in the left side, there's a table of our comparison for the 3 case studies. The first case study is at Jalan Damai Segampat, which is the foundation failure is happened because of the excessive water in soil. Same thing happened at our second case study, which is at Highland Tower. Meanwhile, for our third case study, it happened at the Strait Regency. In this place, the foundation failure happened because of wrong foundation selection. They are using shallow foundation that's not suitable for their construction. In summary, through the 3 places of this case study, it is clear that foundation failure has many types of failure, as well as ways to overcome it as stated in the different table. However, the most important thing is to choose an experienced and professional architect or engineer.
For the conclusion, from what we study, we found that the most of foundation failure is because of the excessive soil movement and settlement. Foundation failure refers to both failure of basic structural elements such as foundations or piles and soil failure. The first type of failure occurs due to the excessive load on the foundation, while the second result is due to the carelessness when choosing a suitable location for the foundation or loss-bearing strength due to the adjacent work. Foundation failure due to the site collapse is rare occurrence.